to Circle Back to You podcast. I'm your host, Jason Wilson. Our guest today is Charlotte Garsia. She's an international lifestyle coach with 23 years of experience in helping clients achieve optimal health through following the pillars of lifestyle medicine and implementing whole food, plant-based nutrition. Good morning, everybody. I'm your host, Jason Wilson. Welcome to Circle Back to You podcast. I have with me today Charlotte Garsia. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, Charlotte.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. This is exciting because, I love to put your posts out there with your delicious recipes. So this is going to be interesting for everybody today to know exactly what you do. So you're
Yeah.
originally from Amsterdam, correct?
No, I'm originally Danish. I'm from Denmark.
Okay, but you're
Yes.
currently in Amsterdam.
Yeah, I'm south of Amsterdam at the moment. I've lived here for more than 30 years. So,
Wow.
yeah. So you could say I'm half Dutch as well. No.
Okay. So, I mean, you're interesting because, you could be anywhere at any given time. I mean, one moment you're in Amsterdam, another moment you could be in Dubai or Spain or someplace like that. So your job is interesting. So let's start with what was your childhood dream, Charlotte?
Well, I always wanted to raise a family. That was really have children and yeah, just I thought, the dream of having children and raising a family would be wonderful. And I did achieve that. So I had four children, two boys and two girls. So very, very fortunate to have a wonderful family and at the moment seven grandchildren as well. So yeah, that's certainly a dream come true for me.
Wow, you have a big family.
Yes.
Yes. Okay,
So
let's talk about your career path. What did you do after school?
well, basically, what I did after school is first I studied different things. I started actually studying music and languages for 3 years. So that got me a good foundation also with different languages. And music has always been a passion of mine. So I thought, why not learn more about it, how to compose music, and just get exposed to all different types of music. So that was really wonderful. And singing in choirs have always really been a wonderful thing for me. So I've been singing in church choirs, yeah, since I was, I think, 15, 16. So
Wow.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I didn't know that you were into music. So, what instruments? What instruments
um,
did you play?
I played the piano for about 11 years.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right. And what
yeah.
languages do you speak other than English
Well,
and
what
Danish?
I studied was German, French, English, and Latin, which is, of course, not a language that you speak, but I did learn that as well. Yeah, so, and of course, now that I've lived in the Netherlands, I learned Dutch as well. So that has been a great addition to the language skills. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And that's the great thing about living overseas, especially in Europe. You're surrounded by so many other countries, and it's easy to pick up at least two, three different languages.
Yeah, absolutely, because you have it in school. It's just something that yeah, they just expose you to different languages. Certainly, when you come from a country like Denmark, you can't speak Danish many places in the world. So
Right.
that's why we need to learn languages, and I think it's nice when you travel that you can actually speak with the people in their own language, if possible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Okay, so let's
Mm.
talk about your international lifestyle coaching. Now, what is the difference between life coaching and lifestyle coaching?
Well, life coaching would be more coaching people through their lives, could be a career path, but also other things that are occurring in their lives, where lifestyle coaching is more coaching in terms of health, improving health in terms of nutrition, exercise, mindset, yeah, all these different types that is a part of creating good health.
Okay, now when it comes to diet and exercise. Of course, you're a proponent of that. But why are you passionate about whole food plant-based diets?
Well, certainly when you look at the research done on whole food plant-based nutrition, you will definitely see that it has immense value also to improve your overall health because of the plant chemicals, the minerals, the vitamins, everything that you get in the whole food source. So that's why, it is very, very important that we keep ourselves very healthy in our bodies through the oxidation that goes on in our bodies every day. And even more for people that work out, they need to compensate and get these oxyantioxidants, which are in fruit, vegetables, and all plant based sources of nutrition.
Yeah, and you know what? I saw a series on Netflix. It's called Game Changers, and the plant-based diet is something that has an effect on athletes to the point where they're able to extend the amount of time that they do any kind of cardiovascular exercise. They recover quicker from workouts. There's
Yeah,
not as many injuries as these athletes have. It's really really interesting what
it
that kind
is.
of diet has on people. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And the research is ongoing, and I think it's very, very valuable to educate people about what they actually can do to improve their overall health. I think people underestimate the power that they have themselves to actually improve health and even reverse certain types of conditions that they might have.
Yes. So I want to just say hello to a friend of ours real quick. Actually, a couple of friends. Jean, she's all the way in Malaysia, Charlotte. She says,
Oh,
"Good morning,
wow.
good morning to you, Jean," and also to Iftikhar Zachariah. Really looking forward to the insight Charlotte has to share. I hope both of you are having a great week. Yes, I'm having a great week so far. How about yourself, Charlotte?
I'm having a great week. Thank you so much. It's only Tuesday today, but every day is an opportunity to make the best of life.
Absolutely. All right. So let's delve more into the plant-based diets, Charlotte.
Yeah.
Now, you don't necessarily have to really, really be strict with only vegetables and fruits. Can you incorporate chicken, fish, and other
Of
kinds
course. Of
of
course you
options?
can. You can be a flexitarian, as I call it, because people often think that I'm a vegetarian, but I think, you need to incorporate all types of different foods. What I try to avoid is red meat and meat
Mm,
in general, but I do eat chicken, I do eat fish. I think you can get excellent sources of, from fish, omega-3 and 6. So I think it's very, very important to incorporate all different types of foods. But I would say the focus should be on plant-based nutrition, like fruit, vegetables, legumes, nuts, seeds. That will provide you with so many different types of, yeah, essential things that you need for good health.
okay. And why is it that you try to stay away from red meat?
Well, I mean, it's very controversial, really, about meat. But when, from what the research that I've done, and you can Google anything these days, I certainly can easily avoid it. It's not something that I must have. And I don't think I've really had it much in my diet in my life, really. So for me, it's just something that I don't do. And yeah, I think it's very valuable for people to research, certain things. As I mentioned, you can Google so many things these days
Yeah.
to stay on top of what is really going on in the food industry. So I think also regarding processed, ultra processed foods, really, I would recommend people to look at labels when they go to the supermarket.
Yeah.
And that's why, when you go plant based, there's no label on an apple or, any type of vegetable. So that's why, you can't go wrong. And of course, then again, it's about, is it organic? Has it been sprayed with the pesticides? That's another
Oh yeah.
issue. Yeah, that people need to look into. This organic certainly has become very, very popular also.
Yeah. Absolutely. I don't know. Speaking from my own personal experience, when I was younger, it was much easier to digest red meat. But now, I mean, it's in my system for a long time before it's digested. So I try to stick much more to fish and chicken. So
Yeah.
that's my personal story.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to fruits and vegetables, how many servings should you be getting in your diet to maintain that kind of
Well,
regimen?
a minimum of five servings of fruit and vegetables a day, which is
Okay.
very difficult. It's quite
Yeah.
difficult for most people, and certainly for people that are busy, you know, working in an office. They grab a coffee in the morning, they go to the office, they grab a quick lunch, so they don't really get the nutrients that they need on a daily basis. And over time, probably young people will not feel it as much as elderly population, but you definitely will feel it, like you could say 5, 10 years, because
Mm,
if you don't look after your nutrition, the oxidation that goes on in the body will also affect your cells. And if you don't have healthy cells, this is where cancer and other diseases created. So it is something that is not happening from one day to another. It happens over years. So that's why it's very, very important to, I think, to think about disease prevention.
yeah, that's very important. We're going to get more into that. But speaking along the lines of trying to get all of these servings of fruits and vegetables in your diet on a daily basis, it's difficult, as you mentioned. But how do you help your clients in order to get the proper amount of servings?
Well, certainly, for people that are busy in the morning, I would say make a smoothie. You can make a smoothie, you can use frozen fruits and make it like a thick shake with healthy ingredients. And that is a good way of getting fruits in your diet, and also everything else that you need, the fiber, the vitamins, the minerals that are, included. So that's a good start to the day, and it'll probably add maybe 3 servings of fruit, maybe four, depending on what you put in your shake. But that's certainly
Right.
very valuable. And what I'm also teaching is prep your meals. If you have, if you normally go to out for a lunch and just grabbing something easy, why not prep something from home that you can make a salad at the office? You can cut all the vegetables, all the things that you want to put in your salad, put it in small containers, and you can bring it to your work if they have a fridge, of course. But then that is a good way that you can incorporate even a healthy lunch and
Okay.
getting some vegetables as well.
Okay. So with your family, now you tried this on your family before you did with anybody else, right?
Of course I did. Yeah, it was I had to figure it out myself, and my interest in whole food plant-based nutrition actually started 30 years ago. And this is when I started implementing a healthier diet for me and my family. And we definitely saw the changes also in, yeah, in our immune system, going through
Mm,
winter without having a severe cold or, a high fever or anything like that, that we, well, certainly I would have experienced in my own youth, childhood. So that was really very profound to see that, wow, uh, there is certain changes, energy level, feeling better. It's just amazing what you will achieve over time. Of course,
mm,
you don't go on a plant-based diet for a week and say, oh yeah, then I expect to see the results, after one week.
yeah.
It is something you need to integrate every day, and over time you will definitely feel the change.
Okay. So with your family, you noticed that, they weren't getting as many colds,
Yeah,
flus, and
especially
that
the
type of thing.
children, especially the children as well. I also implemented whole food plant-based supplementation.
Uh-huh.
So it was not a multivitamin, but I actually implemented a whole food plant-based supplement. And that certainly, alongside a healthy diet, did amazing results, for us. Yeah.
That's awesome. Let's say
Yeah.
hello to Petra. Good morning. Oh, she's also German.
Guten Tag.
Nice, nice. All right. So Charlotte, you actually made your way over to Dubai at some point.
I
Uh,
did.
yeah. Tell us about that experience.
Well, actually, my interest in the United Arab Emirates started in 2018. A good friend of mine, she used to go there for golf tournaments and things like that.
Wow.
And I thought, that sounds really interesting. I had no idea about Dubai back then. And so I thought, why not start investigating what the lifestyle is about there?
Hmm.
And so I basically got stuck there because I see there's a huge because I see there's a huge need for lifestyle coaching and interventions there.
Okay.
So yeah, and yeah, I'm just collaborating with amazing doctors, healthcare professionals, and fitness professionals yeah attention. And I also see that the need is just really needed there, not only for people to understand about lifestyle but also doctors. So the lifestyle medicine that you mentioned earlier, the
Hmm.
pillars of lifestyle medicine, is something that it's a fairly new organization in the US, or not fairly new, but it is a revolutionary concept where they actually get healthcare professionals to look further than just medication, but also look at lifestyle interventions and how they can help their patients to become better for long-term health or even
Okay.
reverse disease. Yeah, so that is very, very interesting. And that side of it, I really wanted to take with me to Dubai. I'm not a lifestyle
Mm.
practitioner, but I can use the pillars of lifestyle medicine and I can share the knowledge that I have with healthcare professionals there, to see if they are, interested in providing better solutions to their patients.
Okay. So Charlotte, oh, how do you say this from Petra in German? You see,
Um, Let me just see.
do you see her comment?
Let me see.
You see her comment?
Guten Tag. Wie geht es dir? Es geht mir gut. Vielen Dank.
You guys are awesome and wonderful information to implement good health with natural ways instead of medication. Yeah, that's a good point too. You actually cut down on the kinds of medication that doctors recommend that you take, being on a plant based diet.
Yeah, not only that, but I want them to go to the root cause of the problem with the patient. Because medication will often just put a band aid on the problem, it will not solve the problem.
Yeah, absolutely. We also have another friend here, Tommy, all the way from he's from Vietnam. Actually, not from Vietnam, but he's actually living over there.
Okay, okay. Wow.
Yeah,
That's amazing. They have such delicious foods there. Wow. I love the food there. And, the ingredients that they're using is really, really natural foods. Fantastic.
yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the recipes that you choose to use, like on your social media. What kind of things or guidelines do you go by when choosing recipes?
Well, what I think is important is to integrate the ingredients that are in there, that they provide good nutrient value in terms of natural fats, protein, vitamins, minerals, all these things. That you actually get a variety of everything that you need, and it has to be an easy way to make it. And also maybe you can even prepare it in advance,
Mm,
like I said, with the lunch that you can prepare in advance. These things, often the recipes can also, some of the ingredients can be prepared in advance, so when you need to start cooking, it'll be take much less time. So I stress, I think, because I work with busy people, so I want to make it easier for them. So there is
right.
no excuse. There is no excuse.
Okay, especially like with smoothies and things like that. Like you can make it maybe the night before and maybe freeze it. What's your suggestion there?
I wouldn't do that. No,
Okay.
no, it's got to be fresh. No, it's got to be fresh. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But
But
certainly, if you use frozen fruit that you can buy in the supermarket, you can buy these bags of different fruits.
yeah.
Then you can quickly whip up a smoothie. No problem.
Okay. Have another comment from Petra. I was bedridden for 2 years and they medicated me with horrible narcotics. Wow.
Oh
Ter-
wow.
yeah, terrible. And after I had my back surgery, I was advised to only have organic foods. Well, that's great.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. Again, I think it's important to stress the variety that you get, that you don't just get one or two types of fruit and vegetables, that
Uh-huh.
you make sure you get the variety because all different fruit and vegetable have different properties. They have different minerals, different vitamins. So, you need to eat the rainbow, really. You have to have all colors, if possible, to ensure that you get everything you need.
That's a good point because, I love bananas. So usually when I make a smoothie, it's with bananas, but I don't put in like apples or any other fruits really. So you recommend the rainbow.
Absolutely. I mean, you need to advance in this smoothie technique of yours.
Yeah, I need to do that. Yeah,
Yeah. So
absolutely.
yeah, I think that will be very good for you. Maybe try some mango. Mango is wonderful.
Okay, yeah, I
Or
like mango.
strawberries. Do you like strawberries? Strawberries is very nice with banana as well.
Yeah, strawberries are delicious too.
And
Yeah,
pineapple. Pineapple is delicious.
I've never tried that in the smoothie.
Then try it with the coconut milk.
Okay,
Very nice.
yeah, okay. I will try that. Now, when it comes to vegetables, what kind of vegetable smoothies do you recommend?
Well, that could be any type. It is not my favorite, to use it. I prefer the fruit one, but I know, a lot of people put spinach in there because it's a superfood. So, yeah, I mean, you can basically put anything in you want. It's just about the taste,
Mm,
I am more familiar with the fruit ones, but I know people put fruits and also vegetables together. So I think it's
yeah.
just about to Google the recipes and just find, where you think the ingredients suit you, and then just try it out.
Okay. Tommy recommends banana and mango. I've never tried that, but I'm gonna try it.
You should.
Yeah. Have you had that one, Charlotte?
I have, of course. It's delicious. And with the coconut milk or even almond milk, I never use normal milk. I always use a plant-based source. So you can use soy milk or almond milk, coconut milk. You can even get cashew milk. Can you believe it? So there's
Cashew milk.
and
Wow.
almond milk. So you can get any type you want. I'm
Yeah.
sure in your part of the world you can get that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Petra hates vegetable smoothies. So, what can you recommend for people that don't like vegetables really, but they still need to get vegetables into their
Well,
daily
certainly
routine,
what
obviously.
really helped me with my children also growing up with, I used to make just an oven dish, put all different, like 5 different types of vegetables, and roast
Hmm.
them in the oven with lots of garlic, olive oil, and herbs, and it just tastes delicious. I
Mm,
even used to make fries in the oven, my healthy fries, I called them. Just roast them with olive oil and
mm.
herbs, and they would come out crispy, and my kids loved it.
Yeah, I gotta try that. I mean, I love French fries, right? But I'm frying it like the traditional way. I need to do something different.
And you know what? You don't have any mess. You put it in a baking tray, you put it in the oven. When it's roasted, you take it out and you can eat it. It's much easier and much healthier for you.
Okay, how long does that take?
Depending on how big the slices of potatoes, really. but I would say about 30, 35 minutes, depending.
Okay. All right. Another comment from Petra. She can't drink milk products after she was severely neglected by her doctors. So, what can you do in that case, Charlotte?
Well, you can go to the plant-based source. You can use almond milk, coconut milk, any type of plant-based milk.
Okay. Personally, I'm allergic to any kind of nuts. So, almond milk, I can't do that, obviously. And cashew, can't do that. Any other
Coconut you can. Coconut,
coconut? Okay. Let me try
or,
that.
or just soy milk. You can also use that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Any other suggestions for recipes or ways to supplement your diet?
Well, you mean other recipes or how to actually, as I mentioned to you, we used whole food plant-based supplementation also to add more colors to our diet because, when you have children, they don't necessarily eat everything you put on the plate. So for
No.
for 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 families with children, it can be a huge challenge for children to get what they really need on a daily basis. And also when you look at they're in the growing state, they're growing their brains. It is very, very important that they get good nutrition, and that is also something that I've seen as a lifestyle coach that, the trend of childhood obesity and also diabetes type 2 is on the rise. So it is very,
Mm,
very alarming. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Here in Colombia and South America, I think in general, people are a lot more health conscious when it comes to incorporating fruits and vegetables into their diet.
Yeah.
And we don't have, all the pesticides and chemicals in our foods that we have in the States either. So
Mm.
yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah.
Um, Now, when it comes to your daily routine, do you work out or do you have suggestions for your clients that need to work out?
Yeah, I do actually. What I also recommend my clients is that if they have difficulty fitting it in their daily routine, at least start with a 30-minute walk every day.
Mm.
That is a very, very good start. And then there are exercise programs on YouTube. You can look at many different types, whatever suits you, and it can be from 10, 15 minutes, so it doesn't have to take much time, but you can actually work out at home. You don't need to go to the gym necessarily.
No, you don't. And I think a lot of people get stuck into thinking that, they have to be in a gym in order to get a good workout. But there's plenty
Yeah,
of things that you can do in the house. And just like you mentioned, you can go to a park and get a workout in. There's plenty of videos out there, like Charlotte mentioned. So yeah, there's plenty of alternatives now. And
I think so. And
yeah,
again, people are busy, and to fit it in their daily lives, can be very, very challenging. But I think also it's about maybe getting up a little bit earlier.
yeah, which is what people don't want to do.
Instead of sleeping in, maybe just
Yeah.
get up, like half an hour earlier to do these things. And yeah, so that is my suggestion. I think if there's a will, there's a way.
Absolutely. And you know what? It's actually better to get your workout early in the morning as opposed to late at night or after work. I think that you have much more energy throughout the rest of the day if you get it out, if you get your exercise in early in the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So yeah, that's my suggestion. Now of course, if people feel that they need to go to the gym, then yeah, just schedule certain times during the week where that is possible. But what I think is important is that people stay on track. It's not like going on a healthy diet for 2 weeks and then exercise and then saying, "Oh, the next 2 weeks I can't do it." You
Yeah.
know, we're talking about our health. I think it's important that when people look at it as their fuel, this is how we actually provide good, you know, yeah, a good fuel to our bodies. We need to make sure that we get good nutrition, we get our sleep, we manage our stress levels, we have good, social connections, and we, yeah, just all these aspects of health is very, very important. And I know you're talking a lot also about mental health, and mental health is also related to nutrition as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Petra has another question. Uh, After her back surgery, recovery, for some reason, my body only wants vegetable and fruits. I all of a sudden I don't eat any meat or fish. Why is that?
Well, then it's her body telling her that she's craving that these types of foods. Yeah, it's just a response. I don't know why, but it's a very nice response
Yeah, it
from the
is.
body to say, "I only want fruit and vegetables." Wow. I wish more people had that type of response, instead of fast food and ultra processed.
Wow. She says she loses 17 pounds a week. Wow, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
What kind of workout can she do? Because her body is so weak, I can't even open a bottle of water by herself. Wow. Okay.
Ooh,
So
yeah.
I guess the amount of weight loss that you're having, Petra, has a huge effect on your energy level. So in this case, what can she do,
I would
Charlotte?
definitely suggest also that she looks at her protein, what if she's getting enough protein, as she's losing so much weight,
Hmm.
because her muscles also need proteins. So yeah, that is very, very important that she looks into this.
Okay, so what do you recommend? Maybe like a protein supplement to add in with
Well,
like
not
maybe.
necessarily, but that she looks at what proteins does she get through her diet at the moment, and then go for the plant-based sources.
Okay.
So lentils, beans, she can
Yeah.
maybe cook with her vegetables with these types, and also rice. So yeah, that would definitely be good sources of protein.
Okay. All right. This has been a wonderful show, Charlotte. I knew it was going to be great and so informative for people. Now, we're going to have you back on future episodes. We're actually going to do a series featuring you. So I'm excited about
Really?
that. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
So, yes.
thanks for telling me.
So I hope you're open to it because we need it, Charlotte. I mean, at least once a week, right? So we'll figure out what day and time works best for you. But I think early in the morning, on the eastern side of the country, and also here in South America, this is a good time because it gets your day
Yeah.
started on a good note, with some good ideas about what you can do for breakfast and all the other meals. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Okay. Me too. Me too. Definitely.
And Petra says, "Wow, guys, this is a wonderful show. Thank you for doing this, and thank you also, Petra, and everybody else in the audience, Tommy and Jean and Ikfathar and everybody else. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will be back on future episodes, hopefully next week.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see, Jason, what we can figure out.
Sounds good. All right."
Okay.
Everybody have a wonderful day, wonderful week ahead. Thank you so much again for tuning in. Thank you again, Charlotte.
You're
Take
very
care.
welcome.
All
Take
right.
care. Bye bye.
Bye bye.